what they've said is that if you don't live within 3 miles of a major supermarket who has a produce department, you live in a food desert. So if we think about where in our country where the highest areas of poverty are, and if you talk to your other students over in the School of Business, there are no supermarkets in high areas of poverty because they can't sustain a business model. So where we have poverty, which obviously leads to increased cases of childhood obesity, childhood diabetes, they have the least accessible to fresh fruits and vegetables. Where they're having to spend their money is at the little corner mom and pop where they're buying soda, salty snacks, and candy. So if we think about it from a business perspective, obviously that's where all of these challenges are coming from in these areas and pockets of poverty. So what your program and programs like yours will allow is that folks will be able to get fresh, healthy, nutritious product right in the community in which they live, go to school, play. And what the biggest thing that excites me about what you guys are doing is that they're going to learn you don't have to have 25 acres to change your eating habits and provide a healthy, nutritious product. I saw a place last year where one of the City of Richmond police departments actually did above ground. They just took on a parking lot and built beds and grew tomatoes for the community right there in the City of Richmond. So that's the biggest thing that we got to teach folks is how to grow for themselves. The second piece to that is because a lot of this generation hasn't been exposed to fresh product, is they don't always know how to prepare it. So, if we're getting summer squash out or hard squash, sometimes we have to educate those households on how to cook it, how to, season it, what's the best way for it to sustain the longest, because it is a perishable product. So the growing and making availability is part of it, but educating and teaching them what to do with it afterwards is just as important. So that's what, that's the way we're looking at it. We might get, if someone offers us a truckload of spaghetti squash, that's a very unique item that you have to know how to do. You have to know how to cook it for it to be beneficial. So that's the second phase of it, is education.